the morning of Vlogmas day 2, and I'm on my retainer because I just woke up, and I'm about to go in the kitchen and make some breakfast before I start my yoga practice. And for breakfast, I'm going to make what I would actually normally have for lunch, because today I have my audition to be a group fitness instructor, and today's a big day because I have this audition, which is like for my dream job, and then I have to write this paper that I haven't started yet. So I've actually never done this, procrastinated this badly on a paper, so this will be a first for me. My soup is cooking, my potatoes are also cooking. I'm having a banana before I do yoga. Here's my weird breakfast soup. I have the same recipe I used yesterday, so I have half a cup of red lentils in here, those same 3 spices, lots of celery, broccoli, zucchini, carrots, and that's it, yeah, celery, broccoli, zucchini, and carrots. So delicious soup. And I added some potatoes to it as well. And then I have 5 more potatoes here that I baked that I did not add to the soup. So it's gonna be a very filling breakfast, lots of plants. I'm just laughing because this whole time I was brushing my teeth and washing my face, and I was just dancing to music and like just going crazy, and I was like, good thing I have my own bathroom because no one had to see that. I just feel so joyful today. I'm not afraid of this audition for this group fitness instructing thing. I'm excited because it's this job that I've wanted for so long, and I've practiced this audition, and what I want to show my people that are reviewing me, including my boss, is that I can exude this joy and I can share this joy with people. And that's why I want to teach group fitness. I want to share the joy with them and the excitement of being fit and strong. And if I can show that to people, regardless of how my audition goes, I know I can get this job. And so I'm just excited to share that joy and that happiness, and I'm just so happy today. Started my day with a good breakfast, and with yoga, it just makes the whole day better. And yoga has just, it's not only strengthened my body, but it's also allowed me to spend time every day focusing on just one thing, kind of like meditating. And it's really helped me to relax and to be more joyful. I love it. I did a really intense practice today with a lot of push-ups and challenging poses. I just feel so empowered now. So I'm gonna go to my 2 classes. I have cultural anthropology, and I have, what's the other one? Creative writing. Yeah, those 2 classes. We're back from class, and it was fun. We're talking about colonization and world history in my culture anthropology class, which I love learning about history, and I love thinking about the way that events have affected us today. It's really interesting, so that was a fun thing. I have an hour and a half before I have to leave for my audition. Oh, so I'm just going to have a banana and make some oatmeal and practice my audition like crazy while it cooks, because I have to leave really soon. So I have half my oatmeal with peanut butter and jam already. And then the other half is in the pan because I couldn't fit it all in the bowl. I love oatmeal. Okay, so the audition is over, and when I first finished it, I was feeling so stressed. I was thinking about all the things I did wrong in it, and I was like, I did this wrong and this wrong. I didn't really do many things wrong, but I was just criticizing it, like I could have done this better or that better, and I totally couldn't see any of the good things I did at all. I was just focusing on the negatives, and it was not good. And so what it was a 10-minute workout thing presented by me, a demo of my workout, and then a 10-minute interview section. So it was really simple. And the interview questions, I started dissecting those, like, did I say the right things? Did I say this wrong or that wrong or this other thing wrong? And I was just beating myself up about it. And then I was like, but it's over. Like, I did my best, and if my best isn't good enough, then it's not good enough. But it's over, so I don't need to worry about it anymore. And I actually find out tomorrow about if I got the job or not. And I have to admit, if I don't get the job tomorrow, I will probably vlog in tears, because I want this job so badly, and I've wanted it for so long. So I hope that they could see that, and they could see that joy, and they could see everything shining through me, because that's all that I could give. Anyway, afterwards my friend Jasmine and I worked out, and that really decreased my stress, and I'm not feeling so stressed about it at all, because it's out of my mind, because I already did it and it's already done. So there's no use stressing about it now. I already did my best, and I'll let you guys know in tomorrow's Vlogmas video how the audition went, if I got the job. If I did, there'd be lots of excitement. And now, I'm gonna take a shower and start on the paper that I have to write for my Major American Writers class that I've been procrastinating for forever. I'm writing a paper on Ernest Hemingway's story, The Snows of Kilimanjaro. It's a very sad story. It's about a dying guy and his wife, and he's kind of mean to her in the story. But Hemingway shows through the main character Harry's thoughts and his past and his thoughts, past, and desires, I think. I'm trying to remember my thesis statement, because I have written my thesis statement, I just haven't written the whole thing. So, that he's actually a good guy, and that he's just acting mean to his wife because he's sad that he's dying and doesn't like to leave things behind, and he's actually really a hero. And Hemingway wants us to see his hero-ness in his fallen, dying rottingness. Okay, like 45 minutes in, and I haven't watched a single video on YouTube. I have already written a page and a half single-spaced. Once I start writing a paper and reading the story, I mean, I've already read it, but I'm reading it again to write the paper, obviously. And I start to see all the connections, and it all kind of comes together in my mind, and I can't stop writing about it. I can see it and I can feel it, and it all kind of comes out. And then the paper's done, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And that's edited and like refine it and stuff, but this is why I'm a creative writing major, because when I start to write, everything makes sense. After I snacked on a couple of bananas and also an apple, I started making dinner. And this is really simple. It's just some washed spinach, a whole bunch of washed spinach with some pizza seasoning, I love that stuff, and some garbanzo beans, which I rinsed and drained. They were previously canned. And then I also, as you can see better here, I had a whole bunch of frozen corn that I thawed and put in there as well. It was a great simple dinner to fuel me for my paper writing. We talked in my creative writing class today about inspiration and writing a book and writing anything for anything. And we talked about how the fact that if you want to write a book, or if you want to write something really important, or if you want to write anything, you have to write when you're not inspired. And you have to just kind of slog through it sometimes. And sometimes you'll be writing and you'll feel like you're soaring above the world and you're so inspired and you're so into something, and it'll be amazing. Other times you'll write and it'll be like trying to swim through peanut butter or something. But at the end of the day, you probably, when you go back and read your work, like after you've written something, you probably won't remember what parts of your book or your essay you wrote where you were inspired and what parts you wrote where you weren't inspired, because they're all important parts of the essay or book. And that just kind of really spoke to me, because like, as you guys know, I've been trying to write a book for a while and it's not really been working. I haven't talked about this that much, but it hasn't really been working out that well, because my opinions on writing and what should be written and what shouldn't be written and what I'm good at writing and what I'm bad at writing have really transformed through taking this creative writing class that I'm in right now. And I've done it for another creative writing class next semester, so I'm sure that they're going to change even more. But what I've learned is that there's so many possibilities for writing, it's almost overwhelming. And I've learned that I just need to just allot time to just sit down and write and just let it all out. And there's this great metaphor in this story, this thing I read for class today. The first draft is everything except the kitchen sink, and then you throw it in the kitchen sink, and then you throw some dishes on top, and then you pour water until it overflows, and you put yourself on the page, you're vulnerable, and you're there with the reader. And then after the first draft, you can refine it, and you can take things out, and you can put things in, and you can keep hacking away at it for years or months or whatever. But that first draft is when you put everything in, and if I never put everything into something, I'm never gonna figure out what I can get out of it. And I've been thinking about that, not just with this paper that I'm kind of like throwing things into and I'm gonna edit it later, but also with writing a book or writing something important, and just, or not something not important. Like this paper is important. I mean, just writing anything. It made me think about what it means to write something. And okay, now you know that I'm tired, because now I'm just rambling about stuff that I learned in class and thinking about things that I should not be thinking about. I should be thinking about Hemingway and the way that his metaphor moved me or whatever. But I'm not. I'm thinking about writing and how passionate I am about it, and how I kind of forgot that this semester because I've been working on all this other gym stuff. But now my audition is over and Christmas break is coming up. I'm gonna be free for Christmas break. And I forgot how much I loved writing. You know, I just forgot it. And now I'm remembering it again. And it's just amazing. With this paper, this Hemingway story, is that I could write a novel about this story because it's just so, there's just so much in it. It's this writer and he's dying and he's sitting there with his wife and he's being a total, like, horrible person to her. He's being mean to her and he's criticizing her because he's failed to write about all of his experiences in life, and he's dying, and now he's never gonna get to write about his life, and he was in the war, World War II, I believe, and he had all these experiences with women and with life and with love, and now he's losing it all, and he's only losing his life. He's losing the connections that he could make with people if he just wrote something. And this story is speaking to me on a very deep level. I can't write about it right now because I'm experiencing reading the story, and I'm like, dang it, this is so good, and it's so sad. It's so sad because this guy, because he experienced life, he couldn't write about life, and then he was sad because he didn't get to write about it. But it's like this weird irony that's just so sick. Okay, I need to shut up. Oh gosh.